think I'm good. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Michelle and I do all things makeup related. If that sounds like something that you're interested, do hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload videos every Monday and Thursday. Today's video is going to be one that I've been meaning to film and been meaning to kind of use these palettes for a long time. I think I got them about a month ago and I just never did anything with them, but they are the Warrior palettes by Juvia's Place. I did order these. They came as a bundle. It was like $35 for all three of these together, so that's like a really good deal. I think originally, like, if you buy them individually, it's like maybe a total of like $65 or something, so I got a really good deal on them and I do like them. I have used them a little bit but not much. This one I haven't used at all, but I will be going through and doing swatches of each of these and then kind of giving you my review. I will also be putting on some makeup, trying to do a look with these so you kind of get the full experience. The first one is just the regular Warrior palette. None of these have mirrors on them, which is kind of a downside, but they do have some really pretty detailing done on this. And then this is this palette we've got. I'm actually also not going to be pronouncing the names because I don't know how to pronounce them. They are, some of them are shimmers, some of them are mattes. They are, you can see I dipped into that one a little bit, but they are like all neutrals. So this is a super good palette for like everyday use. So I'll just go ahead and I will swatch like the first, like I'll swatch like this. So hopefully I can get them all on my arm. It's only 9 shades, so it shouldn't be difficult. But so far they're feeling pretty buttery, I would say. They feel like a little sticky, at least the shimmer ones do. The mattes feel a little chalky, but nothing like super bad. All right, well, my camera decided to not tell me it was out of space and just cut off my last video. So I only got through the swatches of the first palette. I actually don't even know where it left off, so very upset. The Warrior 2 palette. So all these colors, I would say I use this one as a contour. I would use this one maybe as a bronzer. I don't know, that's kind of interesting. These ones kind of showed up a little bit patchy when I had swatched them. I know you can't see it because I freaking messed up. Yeah, that's this palette. These would be good for blushes. They're these two are very pretty pink colors. And then this one swatched very well. These mattes are so pigmented that they were kind of hard to get off because they were so pigmented. The purple and the green especially, and that's just normal for those shades. But these two shades right here were absolutely gorgeous. Like, so pretty. So now that I'm like upset about that, I am going in with this Morphe M433 brush, and I will be going into the first palette with this shade right here. So I already did the other eye because, you know, I thought it was recording and then it like didn't tell me it stopped recording. So yeah, there's the nice base. I'm just gonna move on, calm down. Now I'm going in with this Morphe M456 brush, and I will be going into this shade right here. It's more of a like nice deep brown color, and I'm going to be putting that in the outer corner. And so far it's placing well. It doesn't seem too patchy or anything. I really do like how big the pans are on these palettes. These are definitely well pigmented. They really have good pigment, so I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit more and hope that it works. All right, yeah, so that's kind of blended in a bit more. Love this, I love it. Oh my god, so this is like the perfect like everyday look. This is a smaller fluffy brush, so this is a brown that kind of has more of an orange undertone. So it's very warm, and that is definitely something that I like about this first palette here, is how warm the shades are. So I'm just trying to like define the lid and the crease, so just trying to blend that out again very nicely. So I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to go into this shade right here and just place that over that color I just did on the outer corner, right? That's, yeah, words. And I'm hoping that this doesn't add like too much pigment. I'm just hoping it adds like a bit of sparkle and sheen and shine, because I love that. Ooh, yeah, that definitely added a lot of pigment. I mean, I'm not like surprised by that, but I will be going back in with that brush that I had used for the outer corner, and I'm just gonna kind of blend that in a bit more, just so it's not super, super pigmented and that the lines aren't super sharp. So this one kind of did go up a little too high, and I just dipped in a little bit more to that shade that I had used, and I'm just like lightly feathering it so that it blends it out nicely. So I'm now going in with a packing brush, and I'm going to pack that on here. See if that makes a difference. Not really. It just puts down the pigment. So I do want some of that shimmer, so I'm going to place it with my finger and then blend it out that way. Going back in with that outer corner brush and just blending it out. And I do kind of want to match the height now that this one got super blended out, so I'm gonna try to do that. I think that this brush is really good for getting like into that crease because it's small, but it also has like a long side so you can blend it up and out. That's why I'm using that brush. This one's looking a little less pigmented than this one is, so I'm just gonna leave it because I'm running out of time. So because I do really like some shimmer and glitter, I do love this color, so I'm going to be using that in like the inner corner, kind of middle section of my eye, and hoping that it turns out well. I am going to be going in with my finger, so hopefully everything stays put, but let's see. Wow, that's definitely like a very light blue rather than a silver. I'm not mad at it. Somehow I have to get the other eye. All right, so now I've got that bluish silver on the inside. So I used one shade from this palette and two shades from this palette, three shades actually. So I'm going to go in with this middle shade here and putting that in the middle as, again, like a transition shade between the two, like blue and then the dark, because the dark outer color or outer corner shade is warm, and so is kind of like this gold that I'm putting down. So I do want to kind of make it a little like going from warm to cool tones. So it's not the best mixture here that I'm doing, but I do just want to test out a couple of the shades and see how they work. So far, not a huge fan of their mattes, their colored mattes at least. Yeah, so definitely got pigment, definitely got color. I am going to be going in with this Warrior 3 palette again, and I'm going to try to put this shade on the bottom lash line, lower lash line. I'm going to be going in with the JS10 brush, and I will be going in with that blue color, making an electrified little blue liner moment happen. And I am going to just bring it out a little bit so that it kind of creates a liner as like definition at least. And I always love adding like a little pop of color to my eye looks, and I think that the best way to do that is as an eyeliner. So this is going on the bottom rather than on the top. Not my favorite creation basically that I've done. I don't really like the color combination, but hopefully it looks better once I'm actually like all completely done and like put on mascara and whatnot. So there is the eye look. Let me maybe go in a bit closer. I definitely have that blue going up into the like warmer tones. So it's kind of an interesting duality going on right now. Because I haven't used the Warrior 2 palette yet, I will be going in and using this as a face palette, so you can still see how they work, just not as eyeshadows and as other little makeup things. All right, so now I'm just gonna place that here as like a light contour. You do kind of want to use like a grayer tone, or at least I use a grayer tone for contour, and I'll just place that around there, and then now I'll like just go through and buff it out. And then the same on this side. So this time I've used a lot more product than I normally do, so this is actually coming off as more of a bronzer, which is fine, but quite interesting. Then I do go in with a little beauty blender and put that over it just so it kind of chisels it out a bit more and kind of tames all that coloring. Then I do go in with this Morphe E62 brush. It's this little like angled brush. It is actually used for like nose contouring and sculpting. So I'm gonna still go in with that same shade from the Warrior 2 palette, and it just looks like dirt. So yeah, it works definitely as a contour, but maybe not for the nose. Can't say that was the best decision I've made. Yeah, it's coming up a little bit patchy on the nose, which is not what I'm looking for. But again, you probably would use this as a eyeshadow and not a contour. All right, so lastly, I will be going into this shade right here as a little bit of blush. Hopefully it works out well. We'll see. It might be a little too dark and a little too pigmented, but I am just gonna try to blend those together. So yeah, it's definitely very, very pigmented and a bit too dark for what I like to do, but I think it's okay, and it's easy to blend out and kind of buff into the other shade I have there. I think it works nicely with that shade that I used as a contour. Just looking a little crazy, that's all. Okay, now I'm gonna put on some mascara and hopefully that ties things together a bit more. Okay, so here we have the final finished look. I think that the mascara helped a little bit. I'm not sure I would go in again with the blue on the bottom, but that's just what it came out to be. So in conclusion, I think my favorite is going to be this one right here, just because it has the perfect balance between mattes and shimmers, and it's the perfect neutral palette. So I absolutely love this one, and I will definitely be using it for like my everyday. This one I probably wouldn't buy normally. Definitely use like this color and maybe this color the most out of these, especially as an eyeshadow if I were to do it. I do think that they would create a really pretty natural neutral pink look, and then this shade for sure is a really good contouring shade. I don't think I would ever actually use this as an eyeshadow palette, or at least if I did, I would use it more as a face palette. This would be really good for smoking out a eyeliner. That's my thoughts on the Warrior 2. And then the Warrior 3 definitely has some really, really, really nice pigmented colors in here. My only thing is that there's no like correlation between the colors other than these right here are correlated. Maybe like these here, but like these ones here just seem to be a bit out of place. But it is really good, really, really good for a colorful look. If you're looking for more color, more pop of color, pigmented color, it's small, it's compact. This would be perfect, perfect, perfect for that. It's got like all of these have beautiful, beautiful packaging, and I love the little designs. So yeah, I would definitely say that this one's my favorite. I'd probably rate this one second and then this one third, but that's just my opinion. You're more than welcome to test them out yourself and see if you like them. But yeah, that's all I have for this Juvia's Place review. That's all I have for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, today's whoa, like not like used the Warrior 2 palette. What? That's Warrior 1. Just kind of smearing, smudging, and smoking it.